What's up guys, before the video starts, those of you who are just here for the settings, go ahead and pause here, copy the settings, and continue gaming. For the rest who stayed, the remainder of the video will be a deep dive into how I got these settings, as well as how you can use this information to formulate your own settings for your PC. So hey guys, welcome back. A big topic that people want to know is what are the best settings in Valorant that will actually improve performance by increasing FPS without sacrificing the quality of the game itself. If you follow these settings, you're going to notice an immediate increase of 30 FPS in places where more detailed frames are being processed, and over 100 plus FPS in places that are not as detailed frames are being processed. This video is to help with any kind of PC, low to high end, and also those who are streaming at the same time to help boost their FPS as well. So let's get right into the video. The first setting is material quality. This changes the different materials' image quality. You can see this in an example. It mainly affects weapon skins and the textures such as the shadowing and sharpness of a skin. I turn this to medium because you still get some of the quality without having your skin look like a toy. Turning this to medium, I also saw an increase in FPS but didn't see much improvement when turned to low. The next setting is texture quality. When I changed, I didn't see a real difference between high and low. You can try and spot a difference in this example, but it's very minuscule. So I set it to low so it's not impacting the video RAM when there's no added benefit or visual to begin with. Next up is detail quality, and it's the small, well-detailed stuff on the map that's just added to the overall vibe. So in this example you can see that on high there are pebbles and on low they're gone. This is definitely not necessary, so I changed this to low. Next one's UI quality. This definitely should be on low. It does nothing for your game performance. It just affects the quality of the HUD, which adds a blur type effect when you're in the settings menu, as you can see in this example. This next one is more interesting and has multiple stages, and that's anti-aliasing. It's a video technology that helps smooth out corners and pixels. This one is easier to see than describe. But notice in this example that as you move, your GPU is rendering the image, so anti-aliasing helps smooth out the harsh corners to avoid a flickering effect that can distract your eye. I set this to 4 times, as you definitely don't want any harsh flickering when you're in a game. Next one's kind of similar to anti-aliasing, and that's Anisotropic Filtering. This is also better seen than described, but it's how much it renders textures at further distances. So the ground on 1 times, you can notice textures basically fade away once you get to a certain point, while the 16 time remains rendered the entire distance. You want this on to some degree, as it has the same effect as anti-aliasing. When you're moving, you'll notice a flickering effect as it refreshes. I found the sweet spot to be 4 times. And this brings us to the last 4, which I turned them all off. Each of them speaks for itself, but basically all they do is make the game look better, but does nothing for the actual gameplay itself. Maybe clarity, as it helps with visibility at further distances, but this is not a game like PUBG or Fortnite, where you need to be looking at people from miles away. Now if you notice, I did skip over 2 other settings that I'll mention now. Those settings are Vignette and Vsync, which are already defaulted to off. Vignette, all that does is darken the corners of the game. It has no difference in game and you can barely even notice it, but I'll show you in Lightroom as an example of what it does. And the next one is Vsync. This can cause input lag, so only use if you have screen tearing. And all this is meant to do is help with syncing of the frame rates between your game and your monitor. Once again, don't turn this on unless you are having issues with screen tearing. It'll only cause input lag. But that's going to do it for this video. Please subscribe if this video helped you in any way. I am a very small channel and any support will help me grow. Also, I'll be streaming on Twitch, so come join me. The link is in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.